Lexi So Random Podcast, and I'm Lexi.
I'm Mike.
Why do you say it like that?
Because I'm special.
Because you're being weird. Thank you for joining the So Random Podcast, sponsored by Geet Cosmetics. Geet Cosmetics is where you can get all of your wonderful makeup. Listen, whatever you need, whether it's lashes or foundations, setting powders, eyeshadow palettes. I know you're so interested in that.
Yeah, of
Lippies. I don't care what it is. We have over 35 lippies. Everything that you need, we got it. Brushes, everything, ladies. So run to geetcosmetics.com. There are so many things that are going on right now. Thank you for joining me.
Of course.
And so we just talk about random stuff, just random stuff. There's something that's going on right now. I know this guy personally.
Okay.
And you probably haven't heard about it, but his name is Pastor Jamal Bryant.
Okay.
And he is a pastor of a very, very big church named New Birth Missionary Baptist Church. So it's this huge church in Atlanta. And Jamal has been a pastor for quite some time. He's very, very noted. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
Okay. So really good speaker.
Okay.
Know him personally. He's real cool. He's fun. You'd like him. But he's doing something new.
Okay.
He wants to bring new members into the church because what he says is that churches, which is true, shuffle people around. What does that mean? You've been in church all your life. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times we don't get new converts as quickly as we would like to.
Right.
So we need something to draw the people to come to church, especially after COVID.
It's like spiritual advertising.
Yeah, so to speak. Yeah, we want people to come into the...
Not customers.
We need customers. That's right.
Customers for Jesus.
Yeah, the customers for God.
Customer for God.
Thank you. Okay. Weird, but sure. But we're always looking for ways, the church is always looking for ways to convince people to come into the house of God, even especially after COVID. Mm-hmm. When the churches were shut down and everybody started, watching virtually. Right. We need people back
in church.
Okay. And so he's thinking about developing a new plan to get people back in church.
Okay.
The new plan is, so New Birth Church is located on, I want to get this right. Brielle, look this up for me. I think they have 100 acres. New Birth Missionary Baptist Church in Atlanta, Georgia. You would think that I would, do this research before, but I from what I understand, they got maybe 100 acres of land. Now, I don't know. That's a lot of land.
Sounds like a lot. I don't know. I've never owned an acre, so I don't know.
You don't own anything. You're broke.
Okay, that's true.
So there's that. And why aren't you door dashing?
I did.
You don't door dash enough.
I did once this week.
Because you're asking me for gas money.
Well, I haven't asked you all week.
No, you haven't. Not this week. But it's I'm always tense because I know it's coming.
Well, yeah, that's I
know that something's coming.
That's why I'm always tense when I'm in the kitchen, because if there's a single dish, I might be asked to wash it.
No, you're gonna wash dishes. You're absolutely gonna.
Sometimes
wash
you miss it. Sometimes you miss it. You come in.
I never miss it.
No, you do.
Sometimes I just feel like wanting it now in your sleep, and I just got to get it. I'm not a clean freak. I just kind of want to. I need a clean kitchen.
Clean freaks make this. They do this right. Oh, I can't. There's a spoon in there.
I'm not a clean freak. No, I promise. Listen. I'm
not saying you're a clean freak.
Brielle, am I a clean freak?
It was a clean freak gesture.
I am not a clean. No, I'm not. I got stuff everywhere. I am not. That is not. Dog, don't do that because you're nasty. You leave.
Nasty is a strong word.
And I meant it to be strong, sir.
Okay.
You have 1,000 water bottles in your room.
I may drink them.
They're empty. Watch this. And what pisses me off is that some of them are half full or a 1/3. Brielle,
here's
am I
what
lying?
happens. Let me explain. Let me explain why that is.
Dog.
Here's what happens.
It's a waste.
I'll be eating.
I almost cussed just now. It is an absolute waste because y'all niggas don't understand
let me explain
the price of what it costs to be an adult. Adulting is a scam. And I'm telling you, the money that is spent to feed you niggers, I gotta sit up here. It's loaves of bread. There's loaves of bread on top of my refrigerator right now. It's just too much. Tuition.
When I look, I got a table upstairs. So when I have a meal, I get a couple water bottles. I drink a lot of water when I eat. And sometimes I don't finish the whole water bottle.
Why not? It's a waste.
So
do you go
like,
back?
For example, I'll finish the meal and I'll have about a half a water bottle left. And I'll chill in the bed, put the water bottle down on the table, And if I need a sip, I'll get a sip. If I don't, I may put it on the dresser, right? And then the next time I go back downstairs.
Why?
I
Why
get
would you
another
do
meal
that?
because I get another meal.
But
And I'll be like, I need some water, and I'll get a couple more. And then I'll leave a half of, and then 2 days later, I'll go off the dresser.
you'll lie.
I wake up in the middle
You'll
of
go
the night.
off the dresser lie.
I need a sip.
You'll go off the dresser lie.
I need a sip of water,
That's a lie.
and I'll get one of the half open.
The devil's
Now, if
crazy.
they're too old, like if they got like a
What's
little,
old?
if they got a little spaghetti,
Water gets
if
old,
they,
dog.
if they got a little spaghetti stain on the bottom, it makes me feel like it's decrepit, and I don't want to touch it. And then those,
But it's your spaghetti. You did it. But it's on the bottom of the
doesn't
bottle.
feel like it's been so long. It's like foreign other person's spaghetti. Wow. And then I may not drink from that bottle, or may waterfall it. I'm just giving you an explanation.
Wow.
As to why.
But here's
may happen.
here's what there's no explanation for.
Okay.
Why don't you throw the bottles away?
Because they have water in them. And now that I know that will make you mad. If I just leave them on the dresser, you'd be like, ugh. But if I throw half full bottles of water away, then you're gonna get mad at me. And I don't want you to be mad at me. 'Cause I love you.
Why don't you watch this? Why don't you take the bottles that I have and pour it into another bottle and make it a whole bottle and put the cap?
It's too much. Now it's too much. It's just water. I can just open it, drink it, put it back, or throw it away. I don't gotta. Why am I transferring like we're in Walking Dead?
I do that. I transfer water when I have water bottles in my car from working out. I transfer. If I got a little bit left, I'll transfer and make one bottle of water. I absolutely will do that.
Or I'll just drink it.
It's a different generation.
Or I'll just drink it.
Wow. It's a different generation. You guys don't appreciate anything.
That's not true.
No, it's absolutely true.
I appreciate your
Do you
cooking.
keep your car washed?
Well,
Do you keep it clean on the inside?
I clean it if there's somebody that's in the car that would be concerned
girl.
if it was not.
A girl.
Yes.
Your girl.
Other visitors, you know.
You don't clean it for
I remember I had
yourself.
to drive somebody to like the gas station or something. It was a dude. And I just like cleaned it up a little bit. I didn't wash the car. I'd wash it if it was a girl.
You never wash your car. You never.
I'd get it washed.
This generation doesn't believe in taking care of things. You have no respect for a dollar bill. But guess what?
That's true. I don't like cash. If I can avoid
That's not what
carrying
I meant.
cash. Okay, well, I thought just.
I meant caring about spending money. You're a spender.
Okay.
Let's
No,
go.
wait. That's not it. It's not that I don't have appreciation for cash.
No, you absolutely don't.
It's that.
Remember
I
when you
only
used
have-
to get
I
pizzas
only have a
at
pizza-
the house and you would tip the pizza guy? What would you tip him? Talk to the people and tell them.
$20. I tipped
That's a
$20.
lie.
What?
You would do more than
My
$20.
average was 20.
The average was
and then
20.
I had
when you were
outliers.
14. You were tipping a pizza guy.
You
They were-
gave me access to what I thought was a luxurious and plentiful account.
It was my card
of cash.
It was my debit card. And when I was at work, I would tell you, go ahead and get you a pizza. And you would tip.
You said that like once, and then it just turned into like a thing, like where okay,
It
if you're
became a
hungry,
thing.
get a pizza.
Right. And then you
And I knew I had to tip, or at least it's good to tip. And so I wanted to be generous. I'm like, well, I can't see. Like I never had access to the numbers. I can't see like $748, however much is in the account.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well,
this endless money.
well, what would you like to leave for the driver? $20.
Yeah, but one time I happened to be home and a pizza came and the pizza guy eyes were like this and he was giving a pizza and he was and I'm like,
yeah.
where is this coming from? Like, and tears were welling up like Puss in Boots, and he was just and he
So
was doing
basically,
this.
because of my generosity,
What was the generosity, Mike?
so
It wasn't 20.
My average was 20, and then one time I gave somebody like 40.
Yep.
And they started crying. I was like, "Oh, this feels good to help people."
He made
I
a
feel
white
like
man
I feel
cry.
generous.
You made a white man cry at
like,
our
"Thank
door.
you, man.
True
Thank you.
story.
Thank you."
Hand to God.
Dog, so
he
now,
made a white
and
man.
So now I didn't notice until later, years later. So apparently my generosity has spread, and so every time,
story.
every driver when they heard my address, they're like, "Me, I want to go. Let
Yep.
me go. Let
True
me
story.
take it.
True story.
Please let me take the pizza."
How did you find that out?
You told me later.
Yep.
Later on,
Because
so
I was calling for a pizza, and they were like, "Oh, is this the so and so address?"
Oh,
I said,
is that it?
Is that Mike?" I said,
Mike? Mike, is that you?
I said,
You want pepperoni?
Yeah, this is his mom. Oh, the drivers just love him, man. They're fighting.
said
They told me, bro. The drivers are fighting over who gets to come and deliver the pizza because he.
That makes me feel good. I'd do it again if I had to go back.
Yeah,
in
of course you do it again, nigga, because it was my money. Moving on. Let's go back to, I don't know. See, this is what I'm talking about. We were supposed to be talking about Jamal Bryant. What's your point?
My point is, when I have money, it's almost like
you have my money?
No, but my money now. And when I have an exorbitant, when I have an exorbitant amount of cash, what I perceive to be exorbitant, then I just kind of forget that there's a limit.
Until you remember.
And then when it gets to about $20, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to spend a single dime of this.
This fool had $2,000 appeared instantly for his birthday. And you don't recognize that it's going down until you get to $20?
That's an exaggeration. I exaggerated. I
think it's true because you go from 2,000 to 20 so quick. You have no regard for money. None. And you just spend.
Whose fault is that?
It's your fault. It's absolutely your fault. Don't act, sir.
I would contend,
sir,
that it might be
it's not a failure of mine.
The person
I have failed you in many ways as a parent. One, I don't think you can clap on the 2 and the 4 in church.
Okay,
that's my fault.
Wait. We were in a car ride.
That's my failure as a parent.
We were in a car ride, and I think Al Jarreau was playing or something like that. And I was clapping, and she was like, "Why are you clapping like that?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What?" And she was like, "Why are you clapping like a white person?"
Yeah.
I was like,
very disappointed.
Nigga,
I failed you in that regard.
But then you fixed it that day. You fixed it.
Oh, we gonna fix it. Absolutely.
But why are you nervous now?
There were some things that was gonna fix.
Why are you nervous
when you
now?
were a little kid, you used to talk like this and say wabbit. Wabbit. Mama, I want a one and see the wabbit. I said, no, nigga, we gonna fix that. No, you won't be my child.
So are you worried about me saying rabbit now?
Yeah. No, because I sat with you for hours and I say
and
rabbit.
You fixed the 2 and the 4.
Rabbit.
Now
I didn't take you to a speech therapist. I sat on that floor, dude, and I sat there. You owe me. And I've never gotten a Mother's Day gift. Have you ever given me a Mother's Day gift? Let's go to that because you owe me.
And let me tell you something.
You absolutely owe me.
Let me tell you something.
Let's go.
This is ridiculous.
And I'm sick of it.
This is ridiculous right now. This is crazy. Okay? You're tweeting me really wooed, and I don't like it.
That is so rude.
Okay?
That is so
I'll
rude.
go back.
You revert back? Mama. Because I helped you. Because you would be a laughing
I'll take it
stock.
all back.
If it wasn't for me, you would be a laughing stock right now. You'd have this good hair, but you'd have a speech impediment.
It's a two-way street.
It would be so thick.
If I'm a
it'd be so thick on you, bro.
And I'm around
like you would get no honeys. Like zero.
I'm going to just start following you around.
Go ahead, fine. It ain't going to embarrass me. That's fine. Moving on.
Mama.
Okay.
Rabbit. Waffle.
I wonder. That's how you used to talk.
I
Why,
wonder.
mama? I wonder. I said, oh no, bro. Not my child. Nigga. We gonna sit down here and I rocked and I prayed and I anointed your head with oil. And I said, God, loosen up his tongue. He got a thick tongue. Loosen up his mouth, God. Loosen up his mouth, God. Give him the R's instead of the W's. And he blessed you.
And now I speak loquaciously.
Yes, you do.
And bodaciously.
Yes, you do.
And extravagantly.
Yes, you do. And you spend extravagantly. Moving on. Jamal Bryant wants to bring new converts to the church. And in order to do that, he is devising a plan.
Give everybody $10.
No. That would break the church.
Reverse offer.
It's a huge, that would be
great. Everybody would come.
Yeah. But it would break the church. What's going to make the church and not break the church is if they use some of that land. Did you figure out how much land? 240 acres. I actually had it half. I said 100. They have 240 acres worth of land. That is...
It's unimaginable?
Unimaginable amount of land. He wants to grow cannabis on it. Think about it.
The devil's lettuce?
The devil's lettuce. Think about it.
Okay, let me ponder.
Ponder about it. He said...
It's a great idea. Go ahead. I'm still thinking.
He said he wants to grow cannabis on the 240 acres because...
I was going to clean my room until I got high.
He said...
I was going to praise the Lord until I got high.
He said...
Go ahead. I'm just...
He said that he wants to do that because it's going to bring people to the church because he says, people who smoke weed, some don't go to church. Mm-hmm. They think that maybe they would be, looked down upon.
I would beg to differ, actually. I think it's a good idea because when you smoke weed, or take an edible or something like that, you actually see God. So, and if anything, it would enhance.
Hold up, nigga. Do
Imagine
you,
this. Imagine this.
No, imagine this.
You in praise and worship.
Imagine answering
and
this
that
question.
chord hit. And he says, "Everybody, take one hit for Jesus."
No. First of all, hey dog, no, he's not.
Touch your neighbor. It's a one hit.
Dog. He's not. They're not doing it inside of the church. Okay. They're growing cannabis. They're not gonna.
They should take the next step.
No, they're not gonna sell it. They're not gonna blaze up in the church.
Communion.
It's a business.
Okay.
Okay. So that's what.
Imagine how crazy communion would be if everybody there was blazed up.
We're not.
They will run out of crackers because everybody has the munchies.
We're not talking about that. We're not. That is so
Sir,
sacrilegious.
One cracker. It's one body of Christ, not 10. Huh? Oh, I'm so hungry.
So they're not dealing any weed. They're growing it because it's legal. It's legal here where we live.
So they grow it in their acres.
They grow it in the acres and they sell it to those who do
attend.
No, not the people who do attend.
Okay.
No, they sell it to the companies that sell it. Right? Okay. We sell we
but how
grow
does that get
the weed
people in the church? So if you're growing cannabis on your acres,
correct,
and you're taking the cannabis
and
you're
companies
giving it to
come
dispensaries,
and get it. Dispensaries, that's correct.
How does that bring people to the church?
Because you're a cool church.
Oh, yeah, we're cool.
And black men will come because he says it's going to teach them farming and it's good for the ecosystem.
I don't think that's what's going to happen.
That's what he said.
I don't think that's how that works.
Well, he said that
so you're going to take congregation
First of all, it got your attention.
Well, because I thought they were going to be making use of it during the experience of the living God.
Oh, God, no. That would be weird. Oh, my God.
That is not really a draw.
That is so... You don't think it's a draw?
No. I don't think growing cannabis in the back... If anything, that just draws people to steal from the house of God. You'll hear pitter-patters at 9 p.m. when it's dark.
You got to have security guards.
What is that? What's that sound? Let me get that.
Click, clack. Yeah, no, right, yeah, no, I get that.
Satchels full of devil's lettuce.
Yeah, no, I got it. So in all seriousness, do you think that's a draw? Would that make you...
No, not enough. If it's just you're growing it and you're selling it, okay, you're cool. That's cool. It's a cool idea.
Right.
Like it's cool.
It got your attention.
It's not going to get more... Like, you're not going to bring in the smoker population by doing it. I like the fact that you smoke, like that you sell it. They're actually gonna come in and ask the pastor if they could have some.
That would probably
if he says, we grow it, it's organic, it's from the Lord, told me to do it.
We prayed over it.
And now we're gonna give it to you in exchange for offerings. Okay? God has asked for additional offerings from his beloved people.
Yeah.
And in return,
that's so weird.
You'll be able to see him.
Absolutely not. More clearly.
For yourself.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
Have you ever taken it?
Yes. But here's the thing.
When did you take it, Mike? When's the first time?
First time I had.
How many times, Mike?
Well, that's not the question you asked me. The question you asked me was the first time. The first time was like last year.
Okay.
I had a nice little hit.
Okay.
And I was out of here.
You were where?
I was not here. I wasn't here.
Where were you?
I'm only sure that I was not here.
Okay, you're talking about... I
was somewhere.
And you weren't here at the house.
I wasn't here on this earth. I wasn't here.
So did you actually smoke a joint or...
No, it was a pen. New age.
Pen?
Yeah.
So how does the pen work?
You push a button and you just...
Like, what does it look like?
It's like a...
See, I'm saying for real. I don't know what that looks like.
There are some that actually look like pens, like writing pens.
Okay.
And there are some that are just like little cylinders.
Okay. You weren't scared?
I was scared.
You grew up saved. Saved and sanctified.
True. Right. But as I got older...
You wanted to try.
I just saw, people drinking and stuff like that. And I didn't like the taste of alcohol. So I wasn't like, I really want to drink because whatever. But then once I took my first drink, then I was like, okay, I want more. So then when I had the weed, I was like, I smoked it. Here's the funny thing. I took too big of a hit. My friend, when I took it, he said, all right, when you hit it, don't go too crazy. Just do a couple seconds and see where you're at. And then 15 minutes later, see. So he said his recollection is I started inhaling. He walked out of the room to get something from our bedroom. And when he came, that's my roommate. And when he came back in, I was still inhaling. And he said, oh, he's done. Oh, he's gone. And let me tell you something. And he was like, okay, when you exhale, don't cough because you won't be able to stop. I did this right here. And it was a wrap. I was coughing for like 5 minutes straight. I thought I was gonna throw up. I thought I was dead. I thought I lost my mind and I was done. And after I calmed down, I was like, okay. And he was like, you feel anything? I was like, no. And I heard, and I could feel my heartbeat in my head, and I couldn't stop laughing.
Wow.
And I was, and nigga, dog, let me tell you something. I've never been more jubilated.
So you get jubilant.
My first time, I was the most annoying person you ever met because I was just laughing and I wouldn't stop talking. Every thought.
You could hear yourself?
I was grasping, it was the flash, and I was chasing thoughts down the brain highway. And I was just grabbing them, and it would just,
and it would come out.
And it would just come out as thoughts, and then everything was funny. So every thought was lost and jumbled, and every jumbled thought was funny.
I have a druggie for a son.
Well, now I like to be chill. I like to relax.
So what does that mean?
So I take edibles whenever I just.
Where are you getting this stuff from? And how often do you do this?
And I go into the sunken place. Now I like to go to the sunken place, and I just.
Mike.
That's what I do.
Michael.
That's what I do now.
Michael.
What?
Oh my God, you take edibles.
I do.
How often? And where are these edibles?
When there's nothing important to do.
Because you are on the dean's list.
I am on the dean's list.
So how do you get on the dean's list and do edibles?
It's a miracle. Some might say the edibles help. The studies are out though. We don't know whether they help, but I'm gonna keep trying. Do my own research.
Michael Allen.
Okay.
You gonna do?
I don't do it every day. I don't even do it every week.
Right.
Like it's just a fun thing to do with friends when they feel like having some fun. And
are you responsible?
Yes. Like even when I was like, I'm a sensible person. Even when
my body language has switched up.
Look, when I'm drunk, I'm sensible.
What? When are you drunk?
I don't get drunk anymore. Acid reflux, hangovers. It's not because when I drink,
Thank God.
Yeah,
God gave you acid reflux.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'll drink
Jesus.
50 proof, and I'll let you have it.
Okay.
But like, even then, I don't do drink anymore. So, but even when I'm pissy drunk, even when I'm off my rocker, dog. When I was in Chicago, I remember I opened the car door and I felt like I just got hit by Sonic. Like imagine if Sonic ran full speed past you and hit your shoulder while you did it. And you do it like this right here. And I did that all the way to the hotel room. And I was still sensible. I was still like, I remember I saw this one clip of a girl. She was like, yeah, it was a white girl. She was like, I'm drunk. I'm super drunk right now. And I still don't feel like saying the N-word or cheating on my friends. So maybe it's just y'all. Like, so it's just, some people just can't handle their liquor.
Right.
I can handle that. I'm nice to people. I have a good time.
I don't
commit crimes.
You're a nice drunk.
I'm a nice and happy drunk.
Cry in your.
I've cried before, but it's not, because
is it dark liquor or vodka?
It don't matter. Just put a shot glass in front of me. Honestly, it doesn't.
Michael, you have turned into the college student.
Did you want anything else?
Well, yeah, an upstanding
you want me to wear
suit
button
wearing.
Ups and
absolutely, that's what every
and
parent.
Push my glasses up like this.
Put it right
like
there
this.
in the middle.
And yes, Mr. Maxwell, I did finish it. Did we have homework today?
I want all of that. I want it all.
You just don't want me to be happy.
Oh my God!
You don't crave my happiness like a mother should.
You got pins, and you think that. Wow. Okay.
So to circle it all in.
Circle it.
Mr. Bryant.
I'm learning a lot.
Listen to this clip and just give it a shot. Give it a shot and see what happens.
You want Jamal to do it.
Just pre-rolls.
Michael Allen.
Hey, Sister Bertha. I heard your back was hurting. Here you go. Hey, what's up, Doc? Hey, yes, sir.
Michael, absolutely not. I don't think it's a good idea.
Deacons will watch over the congregation.
Well,
Make sure everybody's feeling okay.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Why not?
I just think that it should be, I don't think.
You're trying to protect the sanctity of.
Yeah, I just don't think cannabis on the grounds of a church.
I would say it's either you go the whole mile or you don't do it at all.
Just don't do it at all. Okay, I see what you're saying.
If you're going to grow it,
sell it.
Use it.
Because what's the point of growing it?
Yeah, like.
Because you're giving it to a dispensary too.
I thought he was going to give it to Congress. If you're just giving it to another company.
Absolutely not. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. If you're going to go all the way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm done. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Why don't you want to talk to me?
I've learned far too much information.
I think it's good.
I
learned a lot. Especially when I take it.
That's why you called me that one time when I was out of town. I was at TD Jake's church. And you called and you said.
That was the night I took the biggest hit of my life. And you said, "What's up?" And I said, "Oh, hi." And you started laughing.
And I was like, "Come on, man. Ha 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 ha." And you was talking about the prince of Nigeria. Saying something like Spain. There's a man in Spain. And his wife fell down the well. His wife
fell down the well, and he can't save her, so he called the constable.
That's what you started doing.
And I couldn't stop.
And I was laughing so hard because you kept doing that.
Yeah.
What was you saying?
And the constable's name was Hess. And he went to the well and he said, "Are you okay, ma'am? Are you okay? We'll come find you. We swear I'll come back for you." But he never came back. He found another.
That's what this fool kept doing that. And I
can't do it as effectively as I did. It's a whole different state.
It wasn't as good. Like just now, it wasn't as good as it was. And I was rolling on the floor. You were high. Wow. Makes sense.
I would do it again. And it's not because I'm not addicted. I'm not going past I've heard too many horror stories about people who
I was too scared in college. I was too scared. I was too scared to do weed. All my, a lot of my friends.
Of like what?
Yeah, I just didn't know what it was. Like I didn't know where it was going to take me. But after I pledged and did my thing, I got drunk. And liquor, I can control that because you can gauge it. You can
do it. So that's the thing. That's why I don't really like smoking either. Because you can't really measure a hit. You just kind of breathe in and you're like, okay, I breathe for 3 seconds, but that's not.
Yeah, but you don't know when it's going to hit you.
But edibles.
I know when.
Edibles, they'll tell you, they have a sticker on the back that says, "This gummy is 9.5 milligrams of."
Yeah, but what does that mean? What does the milligrams mean?
So
I know what a drink means. I know.
You don't even know. You don't know what a drink means.
Pouring heavy. Yes, sir. And I know when it's going to hit me. Absolutely.
I have decimals on my stickers. There's no decimals for shots. When someone pours you a shot, even if they're like an experienced bartender, it'll still never be the same amount. Like you can't really gauge it as well as I got the numbers. This gummy, they measured it with measurement and they'd be like, this is 9.5 milligrams.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You don't know when it's going to hit. You know when liquor is going to hit you. I know when I have a cocktail, and then I can gauge it because I don't do
But you only know that because you drank it.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
you drank it multiple times and now you're like, okay,
yeah, that's true.
After a little while. That's the same thing. True. Once I take it 3 times, I'm like, okay, in about 45 minutes, I'm going to be there.
I got you.
Yeah.
So when on my 40th, when I went out with my ex, Joe, it was the first time I ever tried a joint. I'm saved, sanctified, filled. I said I was going to try it. I had never tried it in my life because I'm so saved. And I was like, for my 40th, and I was at home by myself with my ex. And I said, okay, we're going to try it. I was so green, didn't even know how to smoke.
Did you turn into Courage the Cowardly Dog?
What?
In terms of your disposition, what did it make you feel like?
I got quiet.
Quiet, okay.
Yeah, I got really, really quiet. And then I just felt like I was being separated from myself.
Out of body experience.
Yeah, and I didn't like that. And so I began to pray. And I said, God.
See how it all leads back? See what happens when you take it. What's the first thing you did?
I prayed.
Your spirit left your body and you prayed to the Most High.
I did. So Jamal is on to something.
If he's willing to take the next step, if you listen to that voice in his head that says, you know what, I think everybody wants to be closer to God.
Okay.
I That's my opinion.
That's not.
That's my opinion.
I prayed. I said,
I don't know
God,
if there's any scriptures.
There's no scriptures on
Burning
it.
bush.
That's not what that meant.
The burning bush.
That's not what that meant.
All circles. What do you think?
That's not what that
was
means.
It burning.
That's not what. That's
Grass?
not what that is.
No, ma'am.
It was a bush, sir. It was an actual bush.
gonna clean my room until I got high.
Okay. So here's the thing. So I asked God to bring me down. I said, God, if you bring me down, I'll never do it again.
How long did it take him to do it?
He let me be up there for a minute, but eventually God was merciful.
Merciful.
And he brought me down after a few hours. Like it's not a game. And I never did that again. I never did that again. I never did that again.
You never had another dose of marijuana in your life.
I never smoked a joint again.
Very specific.
Never did that. Now I did try an edible years later. It went bad. It was all bad. It's not meant for me.
It's not meant for you.
It was all bad. It was very bad. I was high for 3 days.
Oh, Jesus.
I was high for 3 days. I tried to be.
I don't know. I don't want to know what that feels like.
And somebody's watching, and you gave it to me, and everybody was having a good time. And I wanted to be a part of the cool crew. I wanted to be a member of the cool kids
See what
club.
happens when you try to be cool.
And it was a chocolate, and it was the tiniest square. I mean, it was it was the size, I promise you, of my fingernail. It was the size of a fingernail, and I took it and it melted on my tongue, and I felt nothing for 45 minutes.
Until you felt something.
And they said, well, get another. And I was like, yeah, because I'm not feeling anything.
No, you shouldn't
and
do
I
that.
got another. And watch this. I put it on my tongue. And the moment I put the second one on my tongue, the first one said, hey, how's everybody doing tonight?
Hola.
We're going to have a good time tonight.
Comprende?
What's up? What y'all doing over there? I see you. Okay. That's what the first was doing. The first showed up. The first one entered the chat, nigga.
The first one said, hola, ¿cómo estás?
Yeah.
Bien, ¿y tú?
And you know what my brain said?
Me amo marijuana.
And you know what my brain said? She not here. She not here.
No, she not here.
She not here. And it went from ziggity boo. I went. And
So by the time the second one came in,
dog, hear me clearly. I was so scared, bro. No, I got like frightened because I knew I could still taste the chocolate of the second, and I'm gone.
so
I'm done.
basically, if your brain was a home, you got hit by a tornado, and then 45 minutes later, you got hit by a hurricane.
Yeah. It was two things at once.
Yeah.
And so the first one, when I could still taste the chocolate, the second one, I don't know how to explain it, y'all, but I just felt like I was separating.
Bird's eye view.
Yeah, but I was still in my body, but I was separating. And I said to the person that gave it to me, I said, hey, and they turned around. I said, this is not good. I said, this is not good. And they said, uh-oh. They said, and they looked, and I don't know what my face was doing, but they went like this. I saw them do that. And I said, what? And they said, yeah, you're feeling it. And they said, and you just took the second one. And then they got nervous. So now I'm nervous. I tried to get up.
Yeah.
And I couldn't. Oh, man. 3 days.
Reassurances.
3 days.
They should have reassured you. It might have been better if they reassured you. Because now that they made you nervous,
Yeah.
now your brain is like,
Yeah.
oh, God.
And then I knew that I wasn't coming down anytime soon.
Oh, yeah.
Because I knew I'd just taken it. And I just wanted to go ahead. But
Yeah.
anyway, hopefully, as we close,
Uh-huh.
you're not doing this often. Kids, don't do this. Kids, if you follow Mikey and you don't do what Mikey does, drugs are not cool.
They're an experience, and experiences should be had.
Tell the kids not to do it. Tell them it's not for them. Tell them it's not for them. Kids.
There's a possibility
No, it's not. It's not.
that it
It's
may not
Mike
be
is,
what you
Mike
want.
is 21, so he is, of legal age to drink and
Right.
stuff.
Right.
But for children that are not 21,
Like,
y'all have a good day. Thank
if
y'all
you're
for
12,
joining.
don't do it. Don't
Thank
do it if you're
y'all.
12 years old.
Thank you for joining. You didn't even do it until you were in college.
Right.
Thank you, everybody, for joining Lexi So Random podcast. I'm Lexi.
I'm Mike.
And this was brought to you by Geek Cosmetics. Don't forget to go to geekcosmetics.com. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you want to see me on Instagram, go to Lexi Television on Instagram. I'll see you next time. nigga.